The role of the grammarian is pretty straightforward in a Toastmasters meeting. They're essentially there to take a note of all the incorrect grammar usage and report it to the speakers at the end of the meeting. Pretty straightforward. And of course, this is important to us as speakers to ensure that we are speaking in a grammatically correct manner in whatever language we might be speaking or presenting in. And that's what we're going to discuss here today, how to effectively play the role of a grammarian in a Toastmasters meeting. Hey, my name is Radeep and I'm the founder of Frantically Speaking, and I love learning about effective communication and sharing those learnings with you so that you can level up your communications game as well. Now, the role of the grammarian is pretty simple to follow. If and when you're nominated for this role, there are a few things you need to keep in mind even before the meeting begins. First thing is try and arrive a little early so you can catch a table in the front row where you can hear the speeches clearly. Next thing is to arrive with a pen and paper so that you can make your grammarian report. We have created a reporting template for you as well. You can get it by clicking the link in the description. It's a downloadable PDF, so you can print it out and take it for your meeting. And last is come prepared with your word or phrase of the day. Now, when it comes to picking the word of the day, you want to try and make sure that it's something that is not too common. And you also want to try and make sure that it's not something that's too difficult or technical that people cannot really incorporate them in their speeches. The idea of having a word of the day is to introduce the audience to a new word that they probably do not know, to expand their vocabulary. And if the speakers can include those words within their speeches as well on the spot, that just shows the application of that word in different scenarios. I remember this one time the word of the day was enthusiastic. Now, yeah, it's a simple word to include within your speeches, but it's not expanding anybody's vocabulary. Most people already know what the word enthusiastic means. We've created a short list of different word of the days that you can grab and take if you're nominated for this role. Link in the description below. Okay, now the meeting's begun. You're most likely going to be introduced by the Toastmaster of the day. When you're called on, if the Toastmaster of the day has not introduced you to the crowd, introduce yourself. Talk a little bit about who you are, but try to focus more on the next point, which is what a grammarian does and why is that role important. And we already discussed this, that the role of the grammarian is basically there to ensure that we reduce our incorrect usage of grammar and we encourage better usage of grammar. And when it comes to your role, again, it's pretty simple. You're just going to be explaining the fact that you're going to be listening to all the speeches, noting down incorrect usages, and keeping a note of all good usages so that you can commend those speakers later on. If you want a word-by-word script for your introduction as the grammarian, we've written one down for you. You can get it by clicking the link in the description. It's a sample script, so you can add your own flavor to it. But if you're performing this role for the first time, you can use it almost as it is. And all these things are free. There's no need to give your email or anything like that. And that's pretty much it. Towards the end of the meeting, the general evaluator will be calling you on stage to present your report as a grammarian. When you're asked to do this, simply take your reporting template with you and start reading out the incorrect grammar usages along with what the correct usage should have been. Now, when you're doing this, when you're stating the incorrect grammar usages, don't state the name of the person who used it incorrectly. Instead, if somebody had some exceptionally good vocabulary within their speeches, call their names out along with the word or phrase that they said that impressed you as the grammarian. And that more or less sums up your role as the grammarian. When it comes to the delivery aspect of it, it's not too much to worry about. As the grammarian, people are expecting you to do your task properly. They're not expecting you to be a very flamboyant speaker. Of course, make sure that your grammar is intact when you're performing this role. Other than that, if you need to take your script on stage, you need to take pointers on stage, feel free to take them on, refer to them, even read them out if required if you're very nervous to speak it out, or if this is the very first time you're going to be performing this role or going on stage. That's about it. If you have any more questions when it comes to things like Toastmasters, public speaking, or communications, we have a bunch of in-depth articles and resources with all of this information. So go check out franticallyspeaking.com.